Your dream life is not built by chance. It is built by having clarity and proper execution. Hi, I'm V, and this is Season 1, Episode 2, Why Your Vision Board May Backfire and How You Can Build One That Actually Works. Hello gorgeous, I'm V and welcome to my channel. As you can tell from the video, from the title, that this video is going to be all about vision board. I have literally sat down for 2 days, written the entire script as to what I want to talk about, what are the do's and don'ts. So I wanted this video to be very structured and to have complete information into the entire process of making a vision board that actually works. So I've included, my personal knowledge, my experiences, things that I've done research on, things that I've read about vision boarding, and all of that, and put it all into this one video. So I've also put timestamps into the different sections, so you can straight away head to that section if you feel that is what is going to be the most helpful to you. But I would still suggest that you please watch the entire video, because it's like a process, so I've connected one topic to the other. So if you watch the whole thing, it'll be, kind of like a flow, of getting that information gradually. However, if you do want to go to the topic directly, you can directly click on the timestamp. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. This video will have 5 sections. First will be what is a vision board. The second is how and why a vision board works. Number 3 is the mistakes, that we generally make while making a vision board. So basically the don'ts of vision boarding. Number 4 is the do's, what you need to do, the process. I'm also going to show you an example, so it's like easier for you guys to kind of refer to it when you're making your vision board. And the 5th is how to use it. So after you've done all this, you obviously need to know how to use it properly, right? So it works for you. And that's about it. So let's straight away get on to the video. Okay, so the first topic. What is a vision board? So a vision board is basically, as you can tell from the name, it is a visual representation of your goals, your dreams, your aspirations that you kind of create by putting together images, words of affirmation. Some people even put voice notes, So all of that into creating your dream life, So if I have to give you the most simplest one-line explanation, to me, a vision board is like a roadmap for you to achieve the life of your dreams, to achieve your dream life, So I just look at it like that. It's a roadmap. A vision board equals to your goals plus your desired lifestyle plus your future identity all in one place. So a typical vision board should show you 5 things. Number 1, who do you want to become, Number 2, what is the life that you want to live? Number 3, what are the habits that you're trying to build? Number 4, what are the goals that you're trying to manifest? And number 5, what is the energy that you want around you, So I personally like to call it this is who I'm becoming energy board, right? So yeah, that is what a vision board is. Now we're going to move on to the second segment, which is how does a vision board work? A vision board's main purpose is to basically rewire your brain into subconsciously pushing you to take actions towards the goals that you have visually fed your mind into, Let me explain that. So we all know that humans are visual creatures, right? Our brain is literally designed to process visuals, images, videos, much, much faster than it can process texts and like numbers and things like that, In fact, this is the sole reason why social media, which is all like, visuals, right? Social media, movies, they have such a huge impact and influence on our mind. Like, it's so powerful. Like, we literally remember things that we've seen years ago, right? So because of the power of that impact, it becomes a very strong tool, The second reason of why it works is because of something called as the RAS, which stands for Reticular Activating System. Now, I've heard people talk about this so much, and I personally have read about it. There are so many articles on it. So if you want, you can always go and, do your own research. But whatever knowledge I'm sharing here is based on the research that I've done from the internet and from people that I've spoken to as well. So basically, the RAS is like a small network of nerves in your brainstem whose job is to choose the things that you're going to give your attention to and the things that you're going to choose to ignore. So think of it like a filter. Let me give you an example. So say, for example, you're in a crowded area and somebody calls your name, right? You instantly pay attention to it because your brain, the RAS, right? That's the RAS working. It's because your brain is telling you that somebody has called your name, and because the brain has deemed that your name is, of course, an important factor of your identity, you instantly, even though there's so much noise around you, you instantly pay attention to that. Okay, so that's the RAS, and that's how it works. So similarly, if I have to give you another example, say, for example, you've learned a new word, okay? Now, all of a sudden, you might start noticing that this new word that you've learned is showing up very frequently in your life. Like you suddenly see it written, or you hear someone say it, So it's not that, and that's the RAS, by the way. So it's not that the word suddenly starts appearing more. It's just your brain, that system, which is showing it more to you, identifying it more, because you have chosen to give importance to that, okay? So when it comes to vision boarding, our RAS plays a very important role, because the more you focus on your dreams and your goals and, your aspirations, right? Every single day, you're constantly telling your brain that, this is important to me and, I need to achieve this. So what happens is this RAS, this system, automatically starts highlighting opportunities for you that are in alignment to those goals. You start meeting people, who are helpful to you in that journey, or you start getting new ideas linked to, your desired, goals. So that is basically how the RAS works, and that is essentially how the vision board also works. So the logic is that it increases your awareness, which increases your actions, and thereby you start seeing results. Okay, so now that we know how it works, I'm just going to quickly go over why a vision board works. Point number one, identity shift. So your vision board is literally telling your brain, this is who I'm becoming, okay? And your brain, in fact, our brain loves consistency, okay? So the more you put in that, that information that these are my goals, this is what I want, this is my aspirations, I want to achieve it, your mind subconsciously starts taking micro decisions, okay, that align you to take actions in accordance to what you want to achieve. So what happens is, because it is such an internal thing, like there's this identity shift that is happening, the more you look at your vision board, the more you kind of try to manifest what you want, you will literally consciously or subconsciously start taking action towards it, towards achieving those goals, okay? Point number two, emotional recall. And this is the exact reason why it is so important to actually feel some kind of an emotional connect to the goals you're setting. I'm going to talk about this later, but coming back to this point, when you feel something emotionally, your brain literally holds on to it much longer and in a much more intense manner. In fact, that is the reason why it's so difficult for us to overcome heartbreaks, to overcome emotional traumas that we've been through. Like, it's really difficult to truly let all of that go, and it's because of this reason, because your brain is literally holding on to it. It doesn't want to let go of that feeling. So in case of vision boarding, because you hold on to it for a much longer time, it triggers an emotion in you which makes you take action with much more commitment. So your brain is like, no, you have to focus on this, this is your goal, this is how it makes you feel, so you have to focus on this. And the other kind of distractions that go against that feeling of you wanting to achieve that goal, or how you're going to feel once you achieve it, naturally move away. So the process of you eventually ending up achieving that becomes much more, I would say, easier. Okay? Number 3, it reduces the need for you to struggle with discipline every single day, because your brain, like I said, is naturally moving towards helping you achieve your goals every single day. The kind of, the blockages that we face, right? The procrastination, I don't feel like doing it today, or, you're just like coming up with excuses, right? Those kind of blockages naturally gets, I would say, eliminated, because Now that you have a vision board and your brain is literally helping you achieve your goals, you are getting more clarity, you are more focused. In fact, I would say majority of the people don't end up achieving their goals is not because they're lazy, but because their energy and their focus is so scattered, right? So with the help of a vision board, the reason why it works is because your vision board is literally getting all of that energy, all the scattered energy into one main point. It's helping you focus that this is what I want and this is what you need to do to be able to achieve this particular goal, instead of being like, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that and I want to achieve this and I also want to achieve that, and then you just suddenly don't know what you want to do, right? So with a vision board, it's in one place. Like your focus, you can see your goals, you can see where you need to focus. So that's another reason why it really works, okay? Lastly, replicating images literally has the power to create new neural pathways, which essentially means that you are literally rewiring your mind into achieving your goals. So now your brain starts believing, okay, so the more you kind of look at it, the more you feed in that data as to what you want, your mind starts believing, okay, this is important, this is achievable, this is happening, right? And as we all know, where attention goes, action follows. So when your brain truly believes that something is possible, your behavior naturally aligns to making it a reality, okay? And these are the reasons why a vision board works, all right? However, you should also know that not all vision boards work. You must have heard people say, oh, I've been trying to manifest and I've been doing this whole vision board for like so many years and literally nothing has changed. I'm still where I am and nothing is working, okay? And the reason it's not working is because they are not doing it right or they're making mistakes. Which brings me to my next segment, the mistakes that you make while creating a vision board and why your vision board can backfire. Mistake number 1, setting unrealistic or impractical goals, okay? And this is the main reason why your vision board can backfire. So I like to call it the too big, too soon paralysis, okay? So when you set goals that are not in alignment to where you currently are in life, your brain rejects your own vision, and instead of feeling motivated, you just end up feeling overwhelmed. Let me explain. Say, for example, you're somebody who hasn't worked out consistently, okay? And you put onto your vision board, I want an hourglass figure in 2 months. Your brain will instantly go like, girl, we haven't gone out for a walk in 3 weeks. What are you talking about? Result, you end up doing nothing because now that goal feels impossible. Your brain is like, oh my gosh, it's too much. It's not going to happen. The negative thoughts come in and you end up doing nothing. Your brain starts working against you because where you're currently at in life, your habits is not in alignment with the goal that you've set. It feels out of reach. You start procrastinating, and what just happened? Your own vision board just backfired and made you more lazy. That's what happened. So this is where subcategories come in, where you set little small achievable goals that will eventually lead you to the bigger goal. But you start small. Start with something that you can look at and be like, okay, this I can do. So going by the same example, now instead of that, you write, I go to the gym 4 times a week. Okay, and you put a picture of a girl who's working out in the gym. Or you can write, I avoid junk and I eat healthy food every day. And you put a picture of a healthy, balanced meal, like a diet, right? So this is setting micro goals, something doable, something that doesn't overwhelm you, and eventually you end up achieving the bigger goal. Okay? Mistake number 2, chasing aesthetics with no clarity plus no identity. I call this aesthetic confusion, where you don't really know what you truly want, but you do it anyway because it just looks good to you. And I've seen so many people do it very unknowingly, like they don't even realize that they're doing this, okay? So let's take an example of a girl who does not have clarity. So she goes onto her Pinterest, takes a bunch of aesthetic pictures, and puts on her vision board. Somebody who's journaling at 5 a.m. in the morning. Coachella outfits. A luxury mansion by the beach, a perfect gym body, which she doesn't want to work for, a minimalistic home decor, right? So these, at the end of the day, her mind is literally looking at it and going like, okay, this is cute, but this is not me. Because she does not, when she looks at that board, it doesn't resonate with what she truly wants. She does not know who she wants to become. She feels no emotional, like true emotional connection with these pictures. She has no idea why she wants these pictures, and she has no habits or identity that matches these aesthetics. Her mind looks at it and goes like, this is really pretty, but this is just not me, okay? And eventually what happens? The vision board doesn't work because she's manifesting pictures, not purpose. She's manifesting vibes, not her life, right? So that is one more reason why a vision board will not work. Similarly, for somebody who lacks identity, say she puts, I have a loving and healthy relationship. I have 100K followers on my social media. I'm successful. I'm super disciplined, okay? But her current identity is that she's still healing from a past traumatic relationship. She's not ready yet. Number 2, she procrastinates. She has the fear of judgment. She fears people judging her, and she internally feels that she does not deserve success, or she does not deserve, the good things in life. So what happens is her current identity is a complete contradiction to what she's trying to visualize, what she's trying to manifest through her vision board. So what happens is, because of that friction, it just doesn't end up working, because until and unless you make the basic changes that you need to do internally to even set out in that journey of achieving that bigger goal, your vision board is not going to work because you are not ready. And now I don't mean to say that, you need to wait till you're ready. No, but what I'm saying is you need to set goals that first identify who you are at that particular time. So say for example, if you are somebody who procrastinates, what you're going to do is you're going to put something that will help you overcome the procrastination. Or if you've still not healed from a past traumatic relationship, you need to practice more self-love. You need to heal the parts of you that need more time, instead of jumping into a new relationship, messing that up, messing like your life all over again. You know what I mean? So that is how you need to go about it, okay? And once you've sorted that out, okay, say, like I said, like I gave the example of social media. If somebody wants 100K followers, okay, but you're scared of judgment, you first need to put on your vision board that I am, you need to put something that will help you overcome that fear of judgment. Once you have that out of the way, that is when you put, now that I'm confident, now that I believe in myself and I don't care what people think, I will end up achieving 100K followers, and I will work for it, I will be consistent, and I will achieve it. That is when it works. So you need to first identify your current state of being, okay? And set goals accordingly. Next we have point number 3, putting out mixed energies and lacking emotional connection. Oh my God. This is such an important point, and this is something which people really, really fail to understand. If you look at your vision board and you feel absolutely nothing, no pull, no excitement, no, motivation, it's as good as you wasting your time creating something pretty. It's like you're creating a home decor to like a wall hanging. It's not gonna work, because you will, I've told you this already, how and why a vision board works. You need to related to that, your brain needs to feel something. You need to feel something. You need to internalize it. That is when it works. And if you can't do that, there's no point in creating it. Okay? Similarly, with mixed energies, what happens is, say for example, you put soft girl era, in my soft girl era. But right beside that, you put boss lady, hustle, success. You're contradicting the two. It's not going to work. Okay, like you cannot want soft girl and, want to rest and, be in your kind of energy and just kind of, be like very calm and everything, and put hustle beside that, grind and hustle, and it's not going to work because it's a literal, like I said, a contradiction. So you need to first, put things that are not a contradiction, obviously, and you need to put things that are in alignment with what you want. Decide what you want and then put it. Don't contradict your goals, because it will not work. If you're willing to hustle, if you're willing to you want to get into that boss mode energy, where you're like achieving things and you're working for your own business, or you're working to do something, like make something out of yourself, then your soft girl era can come after you've achieved that. I'm not saying you put that away, but you can do it afterwards. First, you have to think, what is the most important thing to me? What do I need now? What do I need in the next 12 months? I will talk about this as well. So yeah, anyway, so this is the third mistake that a lot of people make. No emotional connection and putting out mixed energies, okay? Number 4, overcrowding your vision board and then ignoring it. Girl, if you put 10 pictures of one goal, 15 motivational quotes, 20 words of affirmations, your board is going to look like a mess, okay? If your brain can't understand it within 3 seconds, chances are that it's not going to work, okay? Remember, you are not manifesting chaos into your life. Keep the vision board beautiful, clean, and easily understandable, okay? It should be clear. All right, the last point, the 5th point, which is, and this is a personal thing, you don't necessarily have to follow it. See, it's all energy, right? Vision board, manifesting, our entire being as human beings, you know, it's all energy, right? So if there is positive energy, there is negative energy. And this is something I really, really, really believe in. So I believe in the evil eye, okay? So when you are trying to manifest something good for yourself, do not share it with anybody. Keep it to yourself. You look at it. Don't share it with, when I say nobody, I mean nobody, okay? Maybe except your dog or your cat or your pet, because I'm sure they want good for you. But anyway, regardless of that, do not share your goals with anybody before you've achieved it. You can share it once you've achieved it, but while you're creating it or while you're in the process of creating something, because girl, you need to understand this is your entire life. You are literally changing your life, okay? You cannot let that get ruined because someone is jealous or someone is, trying, doesn't wish you well. And maybe you don't even know that they don't wish you well. We have hidden enemies around us all the time. So why do you want to risk it? Okay? So it's just something that I believe in. Again, if you're somebody who don't believe in all of this, then it's fine. But because I believe it, I just wanted to share it with you guys that just don't show your vision board to anybody before you've achieved your goals. Keep it to yourself. Put it in a place where only you can see it. Say, for example, if you've hung it in your house and you have people coming over, still, for the time that they're coming over, just keep it inside, in your cupboard or somewhere where nobody can see it. And once they go, you can put it out again, right? So that's it. These are the 5 don'ts of a vision board process. Now we're going to go on to the 4th segment, which is the process of how to create a vision board that works, the do's. We've learned about the don'ts, now we're going to go on to the do's, okay? So now we're moving on to the 4th segment, which is how to create a vision board that actually works. So we're getting into the process, and so basically it's the do's. We've discussed the don'ts, and now this is the do's. The do's. Oh, okay. The do's. It sounds weird, no? The do's. Okay, I need to stop saying it so many times. Okay, I'll show an example actually of a vision board. I literally created it for you guys, of one that works and one that mostly will not work. So you know the difference, and it becomes easier for you to kind of understand through an example of how you can create one as well. Point number 1, ask the important questions. First one, what season of life am I in right now? Okay. Number 2, what do I want the next 12 months of my life to look at? Don't think of a plan which is way too long in the future. Don't think 5 years, 10 years. Not right now. First, go slow. Okay, go slow. Set small goals, okay, for just 12 months, for a year. Once you've achieved that, or once you kind of understand how it's working for you, that's when you can change it. Eventually, once, the first step is overcome, right? That's number 2. Number 3. Who do I want to become? And number 4, what habits do the best version of me have? Once you've answered these questions clearly with proper clarity, that's when you move on to point number 2, which is categorizing. Put subheadings to your vision board, okay? Don't put everything all at once. Divide your goals into specific categories. So you can have something under health, relationships, finances, lifestyle, okay, career. So just divide all of your goals into subcategories, and then under that you can put your pictures and your the quotations and things like that, affirmations that resonate with that particular segment, right? So basically what I personally would suggest is for you guys to not go beyond like 6 to 8 categories, okay, and about 3 to 6 pictures per category. Pictures, you know, like quotations and things like that per category, because again, you know, it is a personal thing, so you can go, you know, beyond that if you want, but I would personally suggest that beyond, you know, like 6 to 8 categories and beyond like 3 to 6 pictures per category, it can get a little overcrowded, okay? Again, you can make a larger vision board where it looks good and, you know, you feel that connection. If it is something that you personally really are drawn to, like you want to put more pictures or more quotations, that's fine, but just make sure to not get confused or don't overcrowd it, okay? The vision has to be clear. So that's point number 2. Number 3 is personalization. This is so important because your goals should be catered to what you as an individual specifically wants. Don't make it generic, okay? I'll give you an example. So instead of writing, I want glowing skin, okay? You write, I drink 2 liters of water every day. I make sure to do my skincare every night, even if I feel tired, or even on the days that I feel tired. When I look at myself in the mirror, I feel healthy, I feel my skin is glowing, I feel happy, I feel beautiful, right? So these are like few things that you can write that are personal to you. Another example, say you're a creator, you want followers, okay, on your Instagram. So what you're gonna do is, instead of just writing, I wanna be a successful creator, or I'm a successful Instagram creator and I have maybe like 100K followers, okay? Instead of that, what you're going to do is you can screenshot you know, your homepage, like your profile on Instagram. You can edit that, okay, the number on your the followers count. Write the number that you are, you know, you're visualizing for yourself. So say, for example, you want 100,000 followers. So, you know, on top of that, you know, the followers, you write 100K, and then, you know, put that picture on your vision board. So now what happens is it becomes so personal to you because now it has your name on it. It literally has a screenshot of your, you know, profile, your pictures, your name, your ID, your everything. And it is so much more clear and so much more kind of, you know, close to you, because it's literally personalized based on what you want, okay? So that also, like I said in the previous sections, you know, that also builds that emotional connection, right? So personalization to cater your specific needs is very important. And also you really need to be specific with what you want. Like you can't just say, okay, I want 100K followers. You have to be specific with within how many months. I want it within maybe 1 year or 6 months or whatever timeline that you want to set. So you have to be specific to that 100K followers on Instagram within so-and-so timeline, okay? That's point number 3. Point number 4, always write it in present tense. Now, this is something that has worked wonders for me. I know some of my friends who, you know, who use this method, and it just worked so beautifully for her, you know, for them as well. So what you're gonna have to do is, instead of writing, I will, say, for example, I will wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning, okay? You're gonna write, I wake up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Or say you write, I will have X amount of money in my bank account. You're gonna write, I have X amount of money in my bank account. So it has to be in present tense. And this is something which really, really works, guys. So you have to try it out, okay? And point number 5, the last point, is avoid all the mistakes that we just discussed about. Don't make sure to avoid all of that, okay? So these are the do's. Now on the screen, I'm going to show 2 vision boards, one which will not work, and I'll explain to you why it won't, and number 2, another vision board done right and why it will work, okay? Okay, so let's take an example of, say, a 25-year-old girl, okay, who has a 9-to-5 corporate job. She has some loans on her and she needs to clear out her debts. She's really struggling with that. She is overstressed with work and doesn't get much time for herself. She doesn't get enough holidays off of work where she can, you know, travel and all of that. She wants to quit her job and start a business of her own and get super, super rich and successful. She wants a fit body, and she just got out of a toxic relationship. Okay, so this is her situation. So this is a vision board that is absolutely not going to work for her. Okay, first of all the images are completely cluttered. The energy is completely scattered, okay? All she wants over here, like what we can see from the board, is she just wants money. She just wants to live that rich, luxurious life. And here she has quotes like, I'm born to be rich and successful, CEO energy. And then, she's like, there's a picture of her at a girl at the gym. And there's like a picture of her coming out of like probably a private jet with a guy. She has a bunch of flowers and she's like in this very luxurious setting. She has rich girl energy only. All of that. She's traveling and it's written, she has a quotation which says, I'm a billionaire, like all that ultra kind of like she's trying to get that ultimate luxurious life. So what is wrong with this vision board? Okay, I already told you her background. So when you're linking her current situation to this board, it looks like nothing will resonate with her. Number one, there is no clarity. It's only vibes. The entire board is just filled with a luxurious lifestyle. Like all she wants is to be like this ultra kind of rich, CEO energy, this woman who has like multiple businesses, or she owns a very successful business and all that. And there's nothing wrong with it. But let me just tell you, right now, this is not what she resonates with in her current situation. Okay, see, there is so much contradiction here. She, like I said, is working in a job that she cannot take a holiday from. Okay, and over here on her board, she has like, she's traveling and she's booking that first class ticket and all that. She is unable to even clear off her loans right now. She cannot be manifesting a first class travel plan at this moment. Okay, so her goals are not really matching her real life at this moment. Her subconscious instantly, the moment she sees it, her subconscious will instantly reject it because it knows this isn't who we are right now. So the vision board, sort of becomes like a fantasy. It's like something like which is absolutely insane to even kind of imagine right now. Later on, she can do all this, but right now it's just something which her mind is absolutely going to reject. Okay, and see, like I said, it's so cluttered. There are no systems. There are only outcomes. She just writes, she's just written, I'm born to be rich and successful, rich girl energy only, CEO energy, these kind of quotations, whereas there are zero habits that she's put onto the board that will get her there. Okay, and it also seems like the way she has kind of put the vision board, it literally looks like she's copied somebody. Maybe like she's gotten influenced by somebody who is trying to manifest this, because that girl might be in her life where she's already running a business. She wants that business to be successful. She's already built sufficient wealth where the next kind of the leveling up for that girl would be maybe to travel luxuriously, or to expand her business, to make more money, or to kind of live that life, because she's already reached a certain level where after that particular level, it's an upgrade for her. Okay, so her brain, like the corporate girl's brain, seeing this vision board would think like, okay, this is not really who I am. This is somebody else's life. She's not gonna obviously realize it because it looks nice to her, but internally her subconscious, which is so important, the brain, right, which is so important, that is going to identify it as someone else's life. And the last thing I would say is, obviously, she does not connect emotionally. She just feels disconnected. In fact, she doesn't feel anything looking at their board. It just looks good. It's not who she is. So that's why this vision board is an absolute no-no for a girl who's in that position right now. Okay, now this is a vision board that will actually work for her. See, what are her goals? She wants to, first of all, clear off her loans. She wants to have work-life balance. She wants mental peace because she's so exhausted with, overworking and like handling everything on her own. She eventually wants to quit her job once she has that little bit of financial stability. She's able to clear off certain loans, and she wants to open and establish her own business. So that's the goal. Okay, now looking at this vision board, first of all, just see how beautifully categorized it is. On one side we have her lifestyle, her meditation, her journaling. She's getting enough rest. There's a girl who's taking care of herself, self-care, rest. And there's a quotation which says, I prioritize my well-being and balance work with self-care. So first of all, it's so important because she's getting so overwhelmed with work. Like she's just kind of, there's so much pressure that she really needs to kind of disconnect and have that work-life balance to be able to really achieve what she wants to achieve, right? So that's one segment where she's properly put in all her self-care pictures, quotations, journaling, those kind of things, okay? Next segment, she's put in her career. So here we can see a very beautiful, clean workspace that she's taken kept a picture of. It shows that the environment around her is calm, the energy is positive, and cleanliness will, I cannot emphasize this enough, girls. Cleanliness will literally attract positivity. I swear this works. Don't clutter your space. Be clean. See, you can clutter it when you're working, but at the end of the day, make sure it's clean. And the next day when you start working again, you must go to a clean work area. In fact, a clean house, the place you stay, the place you work, it really needs to be clean, okay? It attracts positive energy. Okay, so that's the second one, where she has a very beautiful, clean, positive work environment. Then she has this picture where it's written, she's building her own empire. So these are basically the small habits, because like I said, she wants to eventually build a business, right? So if she wants to build a business, she has to do the homework, she has to do the groundwork. So that is the time where she's actually putting work into her own future, okay, her own future business. So this also keeps her very motivated, right? Every time she sees the picture, it reminds her of her goals and what she wants to achieve. Next, you can see that she's divided her career, where she's giving presentations, where, she's talking to, you can see, she's giving presentations to perhaps bigger clients, somebody who can help her get a promotion. When she gets a promotion, she'll be able to earn more, those kind of things. So that is her career. Even though she wants to eventually quit the job, right now, her job is her priority because it's paying her bills. And the way for her to earn more money is to be able to upgrade, like get a promotion in her job or do a side hustle where she's earning. Then in between, she has I live a balanced life, okay? Then after that, she has her savings, money. I know that she wants to become rich and successful, like super, super, super rich. But right now, to be able to do that, she needs to save. She needs to pay off her debts. And for her to be able to do that, she first needs to save money, okay? So she has a picture of her saving, her segregating her finances. And above that, she wrote, I deserve abundance. So she truly believes it. She's not thinking, oh, I'm going to, rich girl energy only. No, you have to be grounded. You have to be humble, okay? First, at least given the situation you're in, I deserve abundance, okay? So it's like you're affirming to yourself and also sending out that message to the universe in a very grounded way that I believe I deserve it and I know I'm going to get it. Next segment that she paid attention to is her health, where she's eating well, she's eating healthy food, she's doing yoga, because yoga is mind and body, right? So it'll help her on a mental level as well to get that peace of mind. She's doing yoga, she's going out for like hikes and like being connected with nature, right? Those kind of things, very achievable things that will eventually improve her mindset and keep her motivated. And after that, she has put relationships, where she's written, just look at the difference between the first board and the one that I'm showing you right now. In the first board, it was literally like she was walking out of a private jet, which obviously shows that, she's with a very rich guy, and they're like just walking, the guy is not like, there's no intimacy. Okay, so all she wanted was like a rich man. She does not care about emotional bonding. She does not care if the guy cares about her or not. She doesn't care if she cares about the guy or not. It was all about money, because that is what she felt was lacking. But she didn't understand at that, in the first board is what I'm saying. She didn't understand that she first needs to build a connection with a genuine man. She needs to get a man who truly cares about her, and with him she can build that life that she wants, right? And over here she's written, I attract a loving and healthy relationship, with beautiful pictures of a couple who are like close and intimate and spending quality time, and and it's also very, I would say it's in a very beautiful, cozy kind of a setting, right? So she maybe got out of a traumatic relationship and she needs a partner who really cares about her, right? So that is what she put on her vision board, where she attracts specifically, she's been so specific, she wrote, I attract a loving and healthy relationship. So, these are the specifications that you need to put based on your needs. All right. And lastly, she has mentioned about her lifestyle. She's written, I'm becoming my best self, where she's getting flowers. She's buying flowers for herself. She's buying coffee. She's going out to, restaurants and cafes, and, maybe it's a solo date or whatever it is. She's basically starting to love herself, give herself time, while also focusing on her career, her future goals, which is business, saving up money, choosing partners who truly care about her and not like just the ones who maybe just want to use her or manipulate her, whatever it is, right? So she is becoming mindful. She is becoming much more aligned with her current state right now. This board, if she follows it properly, will eventually give her materialistic abundance, mental stability, peace of mind, a beautiful, loving relationship, and eventually she will be able to create a fantastic business and actually end up becoming that super, super rich, CEO energy, that girl, that woman who's made it in her life. But this is where she needs to start, okay? So these are the two examples that I've created for, as to the first board is what won't work, and the second board is what will work, and how you can also follow these things based on what you need, okay? So I hope these examples help. Now that we're done with this section, let's go on to our next section. All right, so now that you guys know how to create a vision board that actually works, I'm going to tell you, this is the last segment, I'm going to tell you how to use it. You know how to create it, now you need to know how to use it as well, right? So, number one, always, always, always keep your vision board in a place that has positive energy. What do I mean by that? Don't put it in like a dark space inside, some cupboard where, there's no sunlight, there's no light at all, and it's just like lying around somewhere in the corner. Don't do that, okay? Like I said in the past, if there's somebody who's, like if you have guests coming over for some time, you can keep it inside. But do not always keep it inside, okay? Because see, you need to understand that your vision board is a tool, okay, to give you the life that you really want. So you need to make sure, and it is energy, okay? That is basically energy, right? Everything in this world has energy, even non-living objects. I really believe it, and I know it is true. So anyway, we're not going to discuss that, but what I'm trying to say is, because you are trying to manifest a good life, a positive life, a life where you're successful, you're happy, you're at peace, you have the things that you truly desire, you need to make sure that that particular tool also radiates positive energy, okay? So hang it in a place where maybe there's a lot of, there's some sunlight, that falls on it every morning, or maybe you can keep it maybe beside your window. You can open the window and there's like beautiful air circulation. I mean, nature has everything. Nature has all the positivity that we need to lead a good life, okay? So keep it in a place where you feel good looking at it, where it radiates positive energy, and you will, eventually achieve the goals that will fill your life with positivity, okay? Number two, I'm sorry, I need to drink some water. Just like talking so much. Number two, your vision board is not a piece of decoration, okay? Use it. Look at it every single day. Preferably in the morning. Like, I personally would suggest that you look at it every day in the morning, at least once you wake up, once you're like done your, if you want, you can just look at it right after you wake up, or you can also look at it once you've like, brushed your teeth, had your coffee, and when you're in a nice and a calm mind, you look at it, and don't look at it just for like, just don't glance and go away, okay? Look at it properly. Wait there. Look at each image. Try to internalize the words that you've put on there, the words of affirmation. Okay? Stand there, sit there for about 5 to 10 minutes, internalize it, feel something about it, get that energy, okay? And then go and take action, okay? So looking at it, point number 2, your vision board is not for decoration. Look at it every day, even if it is in your phone, even if it's not like hung around somewhere in your house, because I know a lot of people put it on their phones. I also put it on my phone. In fact, I put it in my room as well as on my phone. So even if it's on your phone, just nicely, look at it properly. That's like, especially in the beginning when you're still kind of trying to get the hang of how a vision board works, okay? Number 3, you can update it if you feel something on that vision board does not resonate. Okay, so say for example, you've made the vision board, it's been like a few months, and there might be certain points which just doesn't feel like you anymore. You're not able to connect, you're not able to resonate with it, because as human beings, we do change, our energies change, what we want do change, okay? But leaving out the main goals, especially because, like I said, when you're starting out, you know, there will be a lot of micro goals as well, right? And there might come a point in your life where you feel like this is something which I don't think I want to do, or it's something that I will not be able to do because of the change in circumstances. Maybe you're shifting places, maybe you know, somebody entered your life, somebody very significant entered your life, and you need to make certain changes in your life, right? And whatever goals you've set might not kind of resonate with you at that time. So you can update those goals, but make sure to have something that you really feel connected to and that which resonates with you. Number 4, take small actions that are in alignment with the goals you've set and keep a tab on it. I'll give an example. So say for example, you want to have a business, okay? You want to open a business, all right? So what you're going to do is, so you've kind of put that on your vision board, I am starting a new business, or you know, something like that. So make sure from time to time you know, kind of check up on the progress, and you see, are you brainstorming ideas? Are you taking any actions that are relevant to that goal? So with your business, maybe like I said, are you brainstorming ideas? Are you maybe researching the kind of things that are relevant to your business? So you want to have a business that is related to a particular product, maybe a hair care product, okay? So are you researching about that industry? Are you researching about that product? Do you have new knowledge on it? Are you financially planning it? If you want investors, are you making a list of investors who you might want to approach to? You know, so these are, I would say, taking small actions that are in alignment with your goals, and you have to keep a tab on it, okay? Just so you know that you are making that progress as well. That's number 4, taking small action. Number 5, look at your vision board not as something that causes you pressure or anxiety, but more like a reminder, okay? It should not be like you look at your vision board and you go like, oh my gosh, I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll get there yet. Like, oh, you know, it's like, I don't know when it's gonna happen. No. Look at it and be like, this is the direction that I'm walking towards. So once you have that kind of outlook to it, you're going to feel good. You're going to feel happy with the entire process. See, ultimately, it just comes down to whatever it is that you do in life, whatever it is, are you happy doing it? Is it giving you peace? Okay, and yeah, initially, it might not feel peaceful, but is the purpose big enough for you to eventually get peace, right? So you should be happy doing what you're doing, and that is when you can do it the best that you can. It's going to give you the best results ever. Okay, so all right guys, okay, so that is about it. We've come to the end of our video, and I just truly want to thank each and every one of you, especially the ones who have stuck with me till the end. I really hope this was helpful to you. Go create the life of your dreams and just kill it, okay? We're all winners, and it's all in the mind. Once the mind, you know, believes it, there's nothing that we cannot achieve. So go create the life of your dreams. I hope this video was helpful to you. Let me know in the comments if it was, and how it helped you. It would, you know, make me feel so good to know that the video that I've put in so much effort into actually is helping people. So please let me know, and as always, also in the comments, let me know what kind of content you'd like to see from me. I would love to create it for you if it's possible from my end. So yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye.